Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Leo, and today we are continuing the Heaven's Vault file. Where we last left off, we had explored the Emperor's Secret Garden. We came across a graveyard that had a bunch of well, it was kind of like a graveyard. It had a bunch of those stone. I don't know if effigies is the appropriate term, but it had a bunch of those stone sculptures in it that were in the shrine on the Hermitage Moon. And in one of them, we found a like recording of a person, and it said the Withering Palace was somewhere they were supposed to go, and we found enough artifacts to get two other like rumored sites for a total of 3. And so today we had the choice of either going to Iox and telling Myari what had happened, or going to Elbereth and giving her friend Roy the crown. And when I last tried to play the game, I didn't even go to the Emperor's Secret Garden. I went to Elbereth and gave Roy the crown. So I think today, in order to deviate even further from what I had done previously, just to keep this as blind as possible, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to Iox and tell Myari what happened with Renba. And there's a couple of other reasons for that. One is I've been saying that I don't trust Myari, but Renba did leave her a trail for her to find this stuff. Not necessarily the crown. Like, I still don't know 100% sure if I want to. I still don't know 100% if I want to tell her about the crown. But Renba did leave clues so that Myari could find him. And so Renba must have at least trusted her, even if he did say that whole thing about, you asked me to look and I found so much, and what you think you are is a lie and stuff like that. The other reason is, I didn't even think about it, but she did, like, quote unquote quote rescue me from Elbereth, and I don't know why. So I don't know if I trust her, but I'm beginning to think that she might be trustworthy enough. Plus, I don't know if, like, these events, like, I don't know if this is the type of game where the narrative, like, can completely change based on what you do, or if it's the same events but in a different order. So even if I give the crown to Myari, there's a chance that I could get the crown right back so that I can give it to Roy later. I don't know 100% if that's going to happen, and I am hesitant to do that just in case it doesn't. But for now, I think we are going to go to Iox. We are going to tell Myari what happened to Renba and see what happens from there. And I think I'm going to have Six do the piloting. I'm going to rest Six. Very good, mistress. Where shall I take her? To Elbereth, perhaps? Why would he want to go... No, let's go to Iox. Back to Iox. Yes, mistress. This is I don't know what to expect. We should tell the professor what happened to Renba. We should. I don't know. I mean, there's also the chance Six just might blurt out, even if I try to cover it up, Six just might be like, "Hey, we found this crown." I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm walking automatically. I can't change. Oh, visited Iox. I am sure Professor Myari will be most keen to see the Crown Mistress. I don't want to part with it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to give it. It is a wonderful piece, but the professor will be most impressed, I am sure. She doesn't even believe in history. Think of what we might learn from it. What Myari doesn't know can't hurt her. Mistress, do I understand that you are considering stealing the crown? I thought Aurora could see it first. I have no choice but to report this, Mistress. Myari is my primary user. Great. Huh. Have you sailed before, Six? I don't know, Mistress. When I connect to the winches aboard the ship, they do seem to fit. I wonder if I once enjoyed sailing. Perhaps you crashed a ship into that hole you were found in on Iox, buried yourself at high speed. I was buried the right way up, Mistress. I think someone ordered me to stand still while they poured the cement around me. That's scary. Could someone order you like that? You wouldn't try to preserve yourself? I think perhaps a primary user could. I do not know. Can I just leave now? Because now that he's saying all that, I'm considering leaving. Because if I'm going to lose the crown right now. Look at this place, Six. It looks modern, but it's ancient. Here and there, bits of architecture go back thousands of years. Now I'm considering going back, because if I'm about to lose the crown, I don't want to lose the crown. So were you off while you were buried? Asleep? Is that why you can't remember it? I do not know, Mistress. I cannot remember. Maybe the roboticists wiped your memory after they dug you up. If I'd been buried alive for 100 years, I'd be mad. But you still remember a few things from before. You think they are real memories? I was afraid my core was irrevocably damaged. I wonder what else you used to know. I think I'm going to stick with my... Myari should be up in her office. I know. I'm thinking... I really want to open the crown. The Withering Palace, 6. Somewhere in the Withering Ways, perhaps? I'm sorry, what? Enough. The ancient recording inside told us there were robots there. 26 believes middle from here. Like that, but we've heard curious stories. Artifacts found. What? So it might have once been, I still have no idea. I've scoured this area from artifacts to uncover the site's exact position, or I could wait until I learn more. Wait, so now I have the choice to go here? What? Triangulated a place called the Withering Palace. What do robots know, 6? When they're activated, I mean. Most things, Mistress. They are unlike human children. They talk and move fluidly. Hmm. I kind of want to go and find the Withering Palace now. But I don't know history. They don't know who built them. No, mistress. At least, I do not. I need to pause. Part of me wants to, like... Actually, no, I don't want to pause. Let's go to the map. Part of me wants to, like, stick to my gut and tell the professor about the crown. But now that I can visit the Withering Palace, I kind of want to go there. The robots know... Mistress? Something someone said to me. Perhaps they were thinking of the ethical core. All the robots know, but they do not remember. Ugh. Robots know ethics, speech, but nothing that only they know? Perhaps robots once knew more than they know now. Oh my goodness. Okay. At the risk of losing the crown. I never understood Professor Myari. You know, she brought me here from an orphanage on Elbereth. And now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't know what she gets out of it. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mistress. The Grey Lady's orphanage? Alaya, do you like the sculpture? I'd rather dodge the question. What do you think? I think it speaks to us of our lost selves, one inside the other. Good faith to you. I wonder if I can explore.
The library is a quiet spot to think. Except
that's
when
Huang.
Huang's in there, which of course, he always is.
Alaya, you're back. Did you find Renba? Hello, Huang. Well? That's sounding like maybe you didn't. Did he go native on some wild moon? I've heard there are places out there where people get up to all sorts of things. Sounds like you've been reading too much again. There are books in here that claim all sorts of things. A moon of ghosts, a moon ruled by a buried god, a jungle of trees made of teeth. Most moons are just people trying to get by. Most, though, you said most. It's bad news, isn't it? About Renba. Yes. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know him, but professors... They're supposed to die in soft chairs watching the fountain. Show him a text? I found something you might be interested in. Let's see now. There's an inscription. I read it as Pilgrim and Stranger. Yes, I think you're correct about and. Interesting, okay. Thanks, Huang. Do you know anything about an ancient observatory? Mistress, I was not aware of this. An observatory? That's interesting. Let me tell you something I heard about Renaki. Is there an observatory there? Not quite. I was on Renaki recently. I know, me on a boat. You should have seen me. I turned green. What did you do that for? I've got my secrets, Elia. The curators let me take a few things and trade. Anyway, on the boat there was a trader called Amadou. He was talking, pretty expansively, if you understand me, about something he found. He called it, well... You asked me about an observatory? That's what Amadou said he'd found. Well, I've followed worse leads before. Did you ever hear of the Withering Palace? Most likely an Empire period site, so not too old. The Withering Palace? Let me think. Yes, I think the annals mention it briefly. Let's see. And the lonely and the lost were pilgrims to the palace beyond the garden, where the best remained as mirrors of wise thoughts. What does that mean? I have no idea. Beyond the garden might be a clue. We found a garden. Sounds delightful. We'll see what Six makes of it when we're back on the Nightingale. What an exciting life you lead, Elia. Thanks, Huang. Thanks, Huang. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at? Sure. Quite a few. Something else. Let's go with the carved telescope. Have you ever seen anything like this telescope? Let me see that. There's an inscription. I read it as, when winds move into line. You know, I'm sure you're right on move. Excellent. I'm glad you agree. Now, I've seen something else like that, if I remember right, and it also had a script. Now where is it? He didn't take the telescope, did he? Yes, this is it. This was written on a copper sextant. It was found buried here on Iox, back in Myari's supervisor's time. I don't know if it's related, of course. This one is a phrase run together. Sail, winds, and... No good. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. Okay, so that's not it. I'll have to hope I see these sequences again. Sail, winds, and... That will do for now. Oh. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. How about this? It's a picture of a battered brass telescope. It was found adrift in the 14 flows. This is the end of a longer line of text. You are... In? I believe I remember the word for in, mistress. You are... Huh. I think this might be the word for welcome. You are welcome in... That could mean light. You are welcome in sky. You are welcome in sky? I think that's right. I want to keep translating. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. Do you want me to archive the telescope? I'm not finished with it yet. Oh, well, of course. Okay, I think I'll see you soon, Huang. See you soon. Okay, that was useful. We have learned enough to pinpoint one new location, the Withering Palace. Time to depart, mistress? Can I really just leave? I will take that as a no. Puts it close to the Emperor's secret garden we found. Not only that, believe the metal hoop is connected to this palace. Okay. I'm so worried. You now visit Renaki in the Renaki Reach. I can? Huang told me about a trader called Amadu who knows about an ancient observatory. Could it really be the one that Renba wanted to find? I've never been there. I could go there next. I wish this game didn't, like, autosave so that I could reload saves, because, man, do I want to now leave. I found this necklace outside the hermitage, but I don't know what these things are that it's made of. Shells, mistress. Those are shells. What's a shell? A snail-like creature that lives in salt water, mistress. There are some in the tanks on Iox. Why would anyone make a necklace out of snails? I report on humans, mistress. I do not pretend to understand their foibles. Okay. I think I want to go to... I'm never going to figure out what to do with this crown. Let's go back to the ship. But if Renba found the body of the last emperor on that moon near Myari, why was he hiding robes and sending Myari brooches? It seems clear he considered it a great secret. Why would someone wish to conceal that the last emperor had not been returned to the rivers? Perhaps because someone claims to be the emperor returned? Does anyone claim to be the emperor reborn? Not publicly. But the university, as you know, has its priesthood. They allocate power as they see fit. Renba was a dedicated member. As is Professor Myari. Oh boy. Are you saying Myari claims to be an actual emperor? I do not know her. But if she did... what would a discovery such as Renba's mean for her? Oh. Now I don't trust her. Now I don't trust her because if I give her the crown, she could just lie and say, "Oh, this look at this that I found. This means that I'm the real emperor. What is your ethical core anyway? What good is it? It is what stops me from pushing humans off cliffs, mistress. Is that something you want to do? It was simply an example, mistress. Were it to be convenient for me to do so, my core would prevent me. An inscription? This is broken off. Heart? You? Emperor? In? I don't think that's right. I'm certain my translation for heart is correct now. Oh. Maybe this is a verb. Treasures. Hold. It can't be love. That's way too long. I could see it being this. What is that? Nulls. Well, this has to be your. So maybe this is love? Love Emperor in your heart? Does love Emperor in your heart work? An Empire period work then? Or older, with the motto etched in later. It's just like the one in the garden. I believe that sundial to be significantly older than this one, mistress. Furthermore, that one was not made on Iox. So where was that sundial made? An interesting question, mistress. I will consider the matter. Sundial removed from its original site? Interesting. Look at this thing, 6. Did you know it's the oldest thing on Iox? Or so they say. It is said to be a sundial, mistress. Touch it? It's ancient. Older than all the buildings here. Was the sundial made here? I believe so, mistress. Curiously enough. Why is that curious? It seems to me the sundial could never have worked, mistress. At least, not in this location. That's true, it's shady. No light? I suspect whoever positioned this here did not realize how it was intended to function. So how do you know how the sundial is meant to work? It is apparent from the design, mistress, or at least it appears so to me. Interesting. Huh. I want to head back to the ship. Well, I should go and talk to Myari before I leave. Wait, really? It's not going to let me head back to the ship? Oh no. It's actually not going to let me head back. Okay, I guess I'm committed to my decision. Just to make absolutely sure. Oh yeah, it's now a wall here. And how reliable is your core? It is the core of my being, mistress. If it goes, I go. So... okay. What I'm going to do is I am not going to tell her about the crown if I can avoid it. 6 might make me tell her about the crown, but I am not going to tell her. I'm going to avoid it if I can. Also, let me explore, though, first. So iolite crystals from the site of Renba's cache must have been mined during the Empire period to make things like that brooch Renba found. There might be some evidence of that work left, or some artifacts from connected sites. Quarrying of iolite crystals. Do you like other robots, 6? I have not spent much time with them. But you have met some? A few. They have always struck me as rather predictable. Interesting. So, are you saying that you aren't predictable, 6? I'm so afraid to give her the crown. I'm afraid that 6 is going to. But I do not have friendships with other robots. Would you like some friends? We could set up a play date. I am quite content, mistress. Alaya, Professor Myari is hoping to see you. I know. Why do you think I'm here? Perhaps you should leave Iox for good. May the rivers light your way, Alaya. That was rude. What exactly do they mean by that? We'll find you some robots on Iox. Mistress, it is not like you fraternize with other humans. We are very similar, perhaps. Mistress, I do not wish to discuss this further. As you like. I appreciate your understanding, mistress. Thank you. Oh boy. I don't want to give her the crown. If I can avoid it, I'm not going to give her the crown. You said 4 was unlucky. How exactly? It was short and rather sharp. If recollecting the event causes you distress, I will forgo knowing. Oh, I don't mind it. But you might. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to try with all of my might to avoid giving her the crown. 4 fell in a canyon. That seems careless. When I say fell... okay. Well, that's the end of that conversation. Oh boy. Alaya, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask what you found. Maybe you don't, Professor. It's not good news. I'm not a child. Just tell me what you saw. Why would I tell her about the crystal? That might lead to the crown. Let's just cut right to the chase. He's dead, Professor. His ship blew up as he tried to leave an off-river moon. Interesting. You're certain? There's no doubt. He's dead, Professor. Did you go anywhere except Myari, Alaya? Huh. Oh, that was creepy. The music just cut out. I'm thinking of what I want to say, and I don't know what I want to say. This is interesting. How much of the truth do I want to tell her? I'm gonna go with Renba when exploring off the rivers. I don't know what that's going to lead to. Renba went exploring off the rivers. He was using fuel to propel himself. That must be how he blew himself up. Renba appeared to be investigating an abandoned hermitage. And you followed him. What did you find there? Let's say Renba left us a message, because this is not leading to the crown yet. Renba left us a message. Mistress? Go on. I'm actually curious to know what she says about this, because it's not like a secret, is it? This is not going to the crown yet. The hopper malfunctioned. And I spoke to Renba. I fear my mistress is now disassembling, Professor, though to what end I... Sleeset? Is that I'm supposed to say silent? Sleeset. I thought Renba was dead. He spoke to me through a robot somehow. And what did he have to say? He said you weren't who you claim. And did that make any sense to you? Does it make sense to you? No. Poor Renba. He was never the most stable character. That doesn't make me trust her at all. I am going to, oh boy. I am going to try to end the conversation. I'm gonna try to lie, and I'm going to say there was nothing there worth your time. And then, because I think I should explore this on my own, this is not... Why would I tell her about the dagger? I don't know. I'm worried either of the first ones might lead to the crown. I'm just gonna try and end it here. There was nothing there worth your time. Professor, I fear Mistress Alaya is not being entirely honest. Oh, Mistress Alaya is hoping not to tell you that we found a crown, Professor. We believe it to be the crown of the Empire. A crown. Let me see it. This is what we found on that moon. Beautiful. Do you know what it is? It's a crown. I'm so glad we pay your stipend. Oh, I'm so glad we pay your stipend. It's only a crown. This is almost certainly of the crown of the Emperors of Iox, lost when Iox fell. As you should know, I might add. I can imagine you lifting this from the ashes of the last Emperor himself, and yet Renba found him, a roboticist. I wonder how he did it. So you're going to keep it. It belongs on Iox, of course. Alaya, this is your moment. Off you go and enjoy it. Professor, have you ever heard anything about an ancient observatory? That's a curious question. Never mind, it's not important. Of course. Though I'm always interested in your discoveries, as you know. Please, Alaya. Leave me to think, my dear. So I lost the crown. So that's not fun. She seems very happy with it. She took it surprisingly well, considering. One last thing, Alaya. Tell me honestly. How are you finding your new companion? Are you working well together? It's only a robot, Professor. Robots are valuable things, Alaya. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. You worry too much. No, I do not. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Or perhaps you are having too much fun. I'm kind of pissed off, actually. 3 to 5 didn't take that long, really. It was something of a blur. So now I no longer have the crown, which sucks. Myari seems to trust me. Okay. I didn't click an option in time, by the way, which is why... Yeah, I don't know. Something tells me I could not have prevented that from happening. If I could have prevented that from happening, then I have no idea. But now I'm a bit pissed off, because I really didn't want to lose the crown. Professor Myari used a word. Sleeset. What does it mean? What's happening? 6? What is happening? What's the matter, 6? Is this because I said Sleeset? Huh. Snap out of it. Mistress. What just happened? I am unsure what you are referring to, mistress. I said Sleeset, and you went quiet. Okay, interesting. Oh, don't start that again. Mistress? Interesting, so I can use a word to shut him off? I really want that crown back, but I guess it doesn't matter all that much. Let me just go up one more time to see if I can take it back. Oh, I can't even go up here anymore. Okay, then. The robot I met on the hideout Moon 6. It said something strange. Yes, mistress? It said a great darkness was coming. What did it mean? What do you think? Master Renba did not lose his life out there without some cause. So, I guess I'm just going to head back to the ship now. I have a feeling I've lost the crown permanently, so I'm going to try not to dwell on it. Let's get off this rock. This way, mistress. And so we left the university. With enough new information to find an undiscovered site in the Withering Palace. The fact that this happened. I hate the fact that that happened. But, oh well. Okay, I think we're just gonna go ahead and end it for today. When we come back, I think we're gonna try and visit the Withering Palace. Actually, what does the map say now? So, Albereth. Could ask her about that tripod I found on the roof of Renba's ruined building, and she might also be able to tell me something about the holographic robot neck from the Emperor's Secret Garden. Okay, so nothing about the crown now. So I think the crown is now lost to me. I cannot do anything about that now. That sucks. But I don't think there was any way to avoid that. Yeah, because like in that moment, I didn't know whether to keep lying or tell the truth because I didn't know the repercussions. So I ended up being too late and I didn't hit anything, which is why I stayed silent and let 6 continue. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely not the same, definitely not the same as what I did before. So with that, yeah, we'll go ahead and stop. We'll try to find the Withering Palace next episode. And yeah, I hope I'm not I know there's multiple paths, but I hope I'm not missing too much by not having the crown anymore. But yeah, very interesting. And yeah, look forward to the Withering Palace next. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload the next part of the file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.